Hi everyone, this is the last of our guides on how to enhance, improve your etheric, spiritual, light body, prepare yourself for ascension or prepare yourself for a better life on Gaia. Any way you look at it. But the last of these is probably the most important. It's the transmuting violet flame, which is how we get rid of a lot of the crap we carry around and get programmed with, and entities that attach to us and all the other stuff that happens to us on our journey, which isn't straightforward. Our spiritual journeys these days, there's so much going on that we need all the help we can get. All this work comes from the book Law of Life. I'm reading Law of Life at the moment, so if you want to look on our channel and read it or get it yourself, all this is available inside the book. I just thought it would be a lot easier if you're in a meditative state or position and you're doing this, to simply recite when you're listening to someone else is a lot easier than stopping and breaking your meditative state to read the text. People can memorize this stuff. I don't find it that easy, so I'll use my own recording to hear and then copy the invocations. So here we go. Anyway, to use the transmuting violet flame daily is most imperative. As the attention goes to the presence, more and more of the accumulated misqualified energy of the past will come forward for redemption. For lay people, as you connect with your higher self, you connect with your God self, more bad memories of things you've done wrong or things you wish you had never done, there's no real wrong, but you know what I mean, mistakes you've made will come up. And what's basically happening is you're saying to your unconscious mind, you now have the emotional resources to deal with this stuff, because a lot of it happened when you were very, very young and it was then compartmentalized. And that's why the behaviour, the negative behaviour that's impacting your life, often happens unconsciously, because it was there, it's in an unconscious compartment where it was put there until you have the resources. And this is one of the resources to clear this once and for all. There's obviously other ways, hypnotherapy and other sorts of therapy, but often I have found, because I was a hypnotherapist for 12 years, that without really good work on these deep-seated ones and a top-up or some sort of way of reinforcing the healing, these things can resurface and come back and affect the quality of your life again. So the idea of the transmuting violet flame is to transmute it right out of your existence. So it's a good thing that it's coming up, even though these things are causing you some sort of trauma. Often with me, when they come up, I just go, oh no. And I kind of sink my head in my hands a bit, because I go, I just don't want to think about this again, really. But the fact you should be grateful they're coming up, because they're coming up to be dealt with. And it's rather you come up when you are alone and can deal with it than, when you might be in a situation and, your sinking face might affect the situation you're doing. It might just cause you distress or could cause an accident. Who knows? But when you've cleared it, you will feel a lightness. These compartments of unresolved emotional issues are putting a weight on your soul. So once it's cleared, but don't fear them. Call to the Christ self to draw forth into the transmuting flame and command it to be completely transmuted, cause, core, record, effect and memory. As you call for the violet flame, a ray comes from the hands, heart or head of the presence, which is your God presence, or the Christ self, your higher mental body or your higher self, and as it touches the surface beneath your feet, it bursts into a flame. Also, there is the potential violet flame in the flame of the heart and in the points of light in every cell, but it is latent. It can, however, be activated at any time by calling the presence into action. There are 3 actions of the violet flame. It blazes up, in and around us. It is in the points of light in every cell, and there is the action of the cosmic light. It is well to call on the law of forgiveness just before calling for the violet flame. By calling for the many, we release greater forgiveness for ourselves. We can say and repeat after me, "Beloved magic I am presence, I call on the law of forgiveness for myself and all mankind. For all mistakes, misqualified energy, human consciousness, and for straying from the light." And then one can call forth the violet flame, something like this. And I'll break this in sections, so you just stay in your relaxed meditative state. Magic I am presence, blaze through and around me the transmuting violet flame, thy sacred fire. Purify and transmute now all impure desires, hard feelings, wrong concepts, imperfect etheric records, cause, effects and memories, known or hidden. Keep this flame sustained and all powerfully active. Replace all by pure substance, power of accomplishment, and the divine plan fulfilled. You can repeat the call several times. It says here 3 to 7, 3 or 7 in succession, at least in the beginning, as it helps to anchor and make it real in your consciousness. Meanwhile, picture, mentally see it, visualize, like a soothing flame, violet or purple in color, penetrating your very being and world, right up through your body, going between the cells that make up your body, between the organs, bones and all. The physical body is not completely solid as it seems. It is a small universe, microcosm, in itself, and there being space between the cells. Visualize a flame as you might see it in a fireplace, but see it as violet or purple. Some have gotten very good results by turning on and lighting a gas jet, then watching the flame until they get the feeling and interaction of it. It is to get the feeling of it that really brings results. It does not cause a burning sensation, but gives a joyous, comforting feeling, relaxes and makes you feel lighter. You can qualify it to be warm, or in overwarm weather you can qualify it to be cool. Hold that visualization for 15 minutes, or at least as long as you comfortably can do, or have the time for. The use of the violet flame will not harm anyone, but it can and will transmute distress, irritation, anger, lack, and limitations, as well as bad habits and disease. It will give you a freedom never experienced before. And you can make the following call to beings who have offered their assistance since the students were not handling conditions sufficiently. So this is part of the manual of work, that a lot of this book came around a time when there were many initiations and retreats, when Ascended Masters were working a lot with humankind to improve the light workers' lot, really, and to help pass them through initiations that before used to be quite difficult. So here's another one for you if you're having trouble and you feel you need assistance. When I say trouble, I just feel you need assistance. you're not getting the benefit that you'd like, I think is probably a better way. Here we go. Beloved Lord Gautama, Archangel Michael, and Ascended Master Jesus, charge into this violet flame your purifying, dissolving power of divine love. In its most powerful, dynamic activity. Now, in the use of the violet flame, there is naturally left in the place of what was transmuted some pure substance. But we need to call forth more of the perfect qualities. You're taking out bad resources that you had, which were affecting your behaviour negatively. And so it's now the opportunity to put in the resources you'd rather have, or characteristics that you'd rather have. So you do this by simply saying, my magic I am presence, charge me with perfect health, joy, happiness, illumination, love, wisdom, power, abundant supply. All with ascended Jesus Christ consciousness. Or whatever you may require. You may have a guide, a guiding angel. Could be an Elohim, could be Metatron, could be anyone. You could be praying for health, so you might want to go to Archangel Raphael. All of that. A lot of you are experienced light workers, so will know what to do. And if not, just go with beloved Lord Yeshua, Lord Jesus. Ascended Jesus it's very well connected. And the last note on this is to use the transmuting violet flame with great intensity. Don't flip about on this. Get into it and do it like you mean it. Call for it as your very life depends upon it, because it does. The quality of your life and your relationships depends on how quickly you can get over the triggers that cause behaviour that negatively impacts you and others. If you don't have those sorts of triggers, then your life starts easing into one of joy and bliss, and that's really what you want. To manifest all your desires, you really do need to be in a place of joy and bliss, and that's when you're in alignment, because that is man's default state. The reason the media is hell-bent on keeping us in a state of fear is because that isn't our default state, and therefore our creative power is diminished. So it's so important that we work as light workers, we work and strive to keep in a happy place all the time, a more aligned, joyful, blissful state. And then our manifestations can occur much more easily because we are in alignment. Now, some feelings do come up when this is happening. I've had just odd sensations. It's like emotions that don't know what they're doing anymore, because they've been given their marching orders and had a bag packed for them, and so you kind of got this weird void. If you're having any feelings that come up, they often come into the solar plexus. That's an important chakra for your power, your assertiveness. And so when you disempower, then that's where the feeling may present itself. You want to then direct or feel the violet flame flash up quickly and come out at the heart as a golden flame and blaze through it. It's up to us to control this. I also use a bit of ho'oponopono. So I give thanks and love and forgiveness to every negative emotion or thought I have. So I love you, please forgive me, thank you, I'm sorry. Those 4 things, and I say them a couple of times, and that helps to transmute any negative effect that what I've done or said or has happened may have on me. If the thing that's bothering you is a mental thing, it's not a feeling, it's a thought process that you can't break the cycle, then get that transmuting violet flame and flash it into your head. Let it blaze up through there. And then feel the fullness of the presence, your I am presence. Remember all the time, you are a God. You have the God gene. You are connected through your I am presence to all the greatest powers in the universe. And just to remind you, the position of one who has not contacted this understanding of the law of the I am is different from one who has. When one does give attention to the presence, your presence, the individualized God presence, the accumulation of the past begins to be drawn forth. And that is for the purpose of being transmuted, so the individual can become free, so you can become free. This is part of your gift. As soon as you understand and accept and remember your I am presence, then all the baggage of your life comes up to be transmuted. So with the violet flame, the records are transmuted, not only the qualities of the discord. So the idea is ab initio, from the start, transmuted forever. Anyway, thanks for listening. I'll leave you there. It's good work. It's something you must do. Well, must is a strong word. So it's something that will improve your life. So it comes with very high recommendations. Anyway, bye for now.